Welcome to PI Design. PI Design is all about teams and getting a better understanding of not only the team, but their strategy and their priorities and overlaying those two components. This is all about predicting team behaviors so that you can best manage them, inspire them, and navigate them through whatever it is your organization is going through. Now, in terms of what's included in PI Design, it can be bought on its own. And if you did that, you would get access to the behavioral assessment, but not the behavioral report. You would be able to see their results inside the wheel, but you wouldn't have access to the full report unless you bought Hire and Inspire and added it in. Typically, most clients we work with, they're using design in addition with other modules in the tool. But if you did want it as a standalone, you'd have the behavioral assessment and the full suite of design that we're about to walk through. So let's jump in. Now in the tool, you can see up the top here, design, and we're going to go into team discovery. You can set up as many teams as you want in the tool, but you will be limited to the number of credits that you have in terms of how many times you run the team discovery module. So I've gone ahead and actually set up a sales team, and I'm going to jump into team discovery. Now with teams, you do buy them based on the number of teams you want to run through, but typically we'd look at you having 3, which is the minimum amount you need. So now we're in here, we can actually see these 4 people that we've got in the sales team. I can click on them and have a look at their strengths, their preferred working style, and their blind spots. So this is really powerful when we're running a bit of a team session to understand each other's working style and how to get the best out of each other. We can start to see where we all operate in this wheel, and you've got people up in innovation and agility. We've got a good understanding of what that is versus people who are a bit more results and disciplined. There's lots of actual activities that you can run with your team. Now, the other thing Red Wolf does is we run those team workshops for you. However, there is some self-guided components to the tool. Once we get a good understanding of where everybody is, the tool will now predict what type of team type we are. And you can see based on everyone's profile, this is a pathfinding team. Probably no surprise given they're a sales team. And it will go through the strengths of this team, great, but also the blind spots. Now, whenever we go through these with teams, typically people go, oh my God, I can't believe this insight because this happens to us. So it can be quite validating for teams and actually identifies it so we can work through it in a bit of a discussion, but also some potential activities. The tool is really powerful because it actually gives you some advice and recommendations, and you can see those here. Now you can actually go through some action planning in the tool. But what I want to show you next is this part 2, having a look at the strategic initiatives for the team. Now for this group, they're not a leadership team, they're just a standard team. So I'm going to tick on that. And now what I'm going to have them do as a group is identify 3 to 5 of their top objectives for this group. What are the team's strategic priorities? Well, given they're a sales team, they're definitely going to be focusing on selling the organization. So I'm going to select some things here that are really focused for this sales team. Now the tool goes, well, you're actually pursuing an exploring strategy. Well, what does that mean? So it looks like it's creating new, unique services. There's a bit of a breakdown of what that is. Again, now it's going to say, what's the strength of your team compared to this strategy? I believe this is just so powerful for teams to really identify what's going on and unlock performance. This is an incredibly valuable experience, and teams who we've taken through this process within sort of 30, 90 days are seeing big significant shifts in performance. Now, the benefit of this too is in terms of the advice and the recommendations, which you can go through as a group, is we can actually go into a team summary and share that with everyone in the team. There's a piece in here around action planning. So if we've committed to certain items, we can map those out together and put them in here and then share with the group. So again, designed to be very interactive and have a great user experience for them. And you can see how slick the tool is in terms of mapping this out. You might want to come in here every 6 months and run the similar activity with your group. You might have new team members. You might want to add someone in as they've been recruited, swap someone out. And you can see all these great takeaways and again, all the action planning you can do. So team discovery is an incredibly powerful component of the tool. If you're thinking about not only looking at your existing teams, but mapping future teams, this is absolutely the right tool for you. We look forward to talking to you soon.